Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, this is Divine Light, and I'm so happy you have joined me today. In this reading, we will dive into the material stuff. We're going to see the opportunities, money, career, success, what's coming your way within the next 4 weeks with a general overview. And we're going to start out with the coffee cup. I have a special spread ready for you with a tarot, and we're going to pull 3 important things you need to know at this timeline. By the way, if you want to enjoy this message, don't forget to give this one some love, hit subscribe. It's the best and the free way to support the channel. And if you would like a private reading from me, you can go ahead in the description box. I have my email, send me one, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Let's dive in and see what's happening here for you. And in the coffee cup first. There are 3 tears of joy falling in the 3rd week timeline here, which I don't know if you can see the scale. This is kind of like a Morse code, the line and the dot right there. I don't know the meanings of those, but I feel like here there is something coming forward. Like the line kind of reminds me of a pathway opening within the 3rd week timeline, and the dot right after it, it's kind of like the energy of the Fool, and the dot reminds me of the 4 of Wands, which is a victory, completion, a cycle is ending, and the finish line you're crossing. So it's going to be maybe something that you are starting and receiving results right away. This can be even an investment or something that you have been contemplating. The line can be the line of thought you had over the subject. Can also be finalizing. Okay, maybe something that you have been thinking about. If this is working out, you're going to receive some news about the situation. I see there's a fish right there on the bottom. Fish symbolizes money and plenty of seeds and the fish in the sea. That's what I was trying to say. So it can be timeline wise, again, it falls into the 3rd week timeline. You might be getting like an unexpected blessing within that time, okay? I see there's actually a horseshoe in here. You can see that horseshoe there, but there's a person's face inside of it too when we get closer, which is not really very visible when I get closer though. Kind of looks like a letter U. This can be in someone's first name or the last name. This can be you maybe as like a picture of you getting hung up somewhere. Can be like your accomplishment actually getting recognized, but it's a small thing. It's a small thing, so I don't feel like it's gonna have like a massive effect in your life. However, it's a small seed also. Now I'm thinking maybe you have written an article back in the day and that's actually going published. It can be something like that if you're in academics, or this can be like someone that you helped actually returning the help back, mentioning your name, and maybe being a referral to you to get something that is actually going to be big for you when you nurture it and grow it. It can be a job even. And this is in your heart space. So even though it seems so small, this is something that you have been desiring to make it happen, okay? Another thing I see here, 5 different pathways are opening. Some of you, this can be highways that you're traveling, going somewhere, coming back. And then one of them here we have, this kind of looks like a person, but also maybe like a bag of money, an offer. I see there's a person standing here with a hat. Their head kind of looks like a star. So having a conversation with this person can be your wish fulfillment, your heart's desire. And when you have the conversation, they might be telling you, okay, there's some money over there, go get it. And this can be even I usually interpret this kind of like a round shapes as bags of money. But this can be even like something that you have in your home, in your house, in your space that you don't really see as valuable. But it seems like you're going to find out that has worth and value. I don't know if you ever come across this lady. She actually shops around, goes around the Facebook marketplace in her neighborhood and keeps finding this expensive furniture that is left outside for someone to pick up. And she finds this dresser that is like $2,000, but they painted over. She strips the paint and she puts it back online because it's a real value of the dresser is really expensive and they're giving out for free. So it can be even something like that if you are working on those kind of projects. This can be also something small that you do very easily, and it is going to become a source of pathways here. So the pathways, there are 3 different pathways opening. Feels like you are maybe one pathway you're traveling, picking up something, and then the rest of is actually going to come one after another. Or maybe doing something, a contract at work, maybe you're actually completing something for that is not really related to you. However, it ends up maybe beginning a new era for you, an upgraded, elevated position for you. Okay, between the second and the third pathway, I see a woman here. Her hair kind of like waves like number 3. This can be someone creative, or this can be your feminine side, your creative powers. I kind of see an octopus here. Octopus indicates that this person is reaching out to different subjects, different aspects of a certain job. And also it can be like a multifunctional person that does multiple things at the same time. The thing is, someone is holding their hand right there. I don't know if you can see the masculine figure here, and trying to pull her out of her way. For some of you, I know this is about money, career, finances, but the thing is, this also has empowerment energy in here. So you might have someone in your life they're not really supporting your empowerment. I'm not saying this is a partner, because like holding hand can be a sibling, can be friend. It doesn't have to be like in today's world, like it doesn't have to be specifically a husband, or maybe you are the creative masculine, and this person is like trying to pull you away from that situation. They want to take the control. They want to be the masculine power, because you're getting things, a lot of things like accomplishing, maybe creating, even like contracts coming back to back. Can be a partner in the sense of a business partner. Maybe they don't want you to be in front of the eyes and getting things done. So I felt masculine energy, but I don't feel like male energy. It's like someone who wants to like, be an authority. It can be toxic masculine here. You're standing strong where you are. You're on the pathway. You're achieving things, and they're trying to pull you to another pathway, which I see children here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Children can be other responsibilities that they want you to take care of. You're not really leaving the path. What happens is there is a third option opening here. So if this is about maybe you're embracing a new career, but the person that you're with or a partner wants to move to another state and starts a new thing there, and new ideas every single day they come up with, seems like there's a third path opening up. When you stand your ground and you say, you know what, we're going to create something together, kind of like it's like a devil here too. Maybe you're going to make a deal. Maybe you're going to be the one using that tricky energy. It doesn't have to be like conning someone. This can be actually giving them something that they will be satisfied as well, but also like you benefiting more from it. And I feel like this is going to be an equal exchange, because when you create an equal exchange, doesn't mean like you get a bag of potato for a bag of potato, because that's not really an exchange. It's like a bartering, first of all. However, not really bartering either. You're not really getting anything. Okay, you're giving the same thing and getting the same thing. This exchange is going to have equal energy to it. It's energetically equal. Okay, that's why we use the money today, because we deem money as a certain, give it certain energy, and when we exchange it with something, a person can use that energy to get something else that they need at that moment. And I feel like you're creating that kind of, because 2 horns of the bull, it doesn't have to be devil actually, it can be a bull, a Taurus, a structure, a stability, is going to create an equal exchange here. You're not going to, don't take it as, when I do this, somebody actually comment down below, you're doing the devil sign. In some cultures, this is actually a wolf, guys, okay? And in my culture, it means wolf, this sign. It's not devil. So it can be an equal exchange here, but we have a bull right there, and the bull's energy is creating balance also. It was believed back in the day that a bull actually carrying the earth in between its horns. So it can be like a creating balance in a situation, bringing balance into your life. Also, with this person, you're going to like first make yourself happy, and then they're going to be happy about the outcome. Because I feel there's another contract showing up here. It's not only like creating balance, like I said, it's also going to bring some peace, prosperity, abundance, and being able to give you the freedom to do what you want to do, which that's why we actually want money, because we think that it is going to give us the freedom to do what we want to do. So it can create a new income, even a new source of support here, because I see there's like a coins are starting to come into your life very fast. Okay, so it's about thinking in a way that benefits everyone. We have the fish here. Fish is showing up within the 3rd week. I told you the 3rd week timeline is going to be a fast timeline that you start first 2 weeks, for example, especially you're starting to plan things out. The 3rd and the 4th, the things are going to start to fall into the right place. Okay. I see here within the 3rd week, again, at the end of the 3rd week, there's a hut right there, a house, a roof. You can see the triangle roof, and somebody's actually walking towards it. Some of you might be even moving, which I see the pathway opening here. There's an elephant right there, a baby elephant. Maybe some of you are getting like job offers. You can see the baby elephant in here too, the trunk, the ear. So maybe getting an opportunity that might force you to leave your comfort zone, or maybe you are actually wanting to leave that comfort zone already, and it's leading you towards a new place, a hut. A hut can be a place that is actually cozy, warm environment, that you will have plenty of space for yourself to do your creative work. Okay, like work on your creative ideas. Kind of like the vision comes to me as like witch's den, you know, not in the negative sense, like maybe like an apothecary, like an environment that you're working on your formulas, your desires, your plans for the future, your business ideas. And the baby elephant under it symbolizes that when you start to, like when you get into that environment, this will also, when you start to work on that, it will give you the chance to grow your financials as well, because the elephants symbolize long-term financial stability, creating a legacy and growth, and having luxury in your life for the future as well. Within the 4th week timeline, I see here kind of looks like Capricorn energy. I felt, because this person has a goat, even though I felt the energy of a feminine character here, like folding her legs and sitting down. This can be a female Capricorn. Wearing a crown, can be an authority figure in your life, and they have like a Cancer right there, like a crab I saw from far away, and there's a whale's tail here. This person is turning their back towards, maybe Cancer is like moon, the darkness, the unknown. They're turning their back towards the unknown, and they're turning their back towards a massive opportunity to a whale's tail. Can be someone maybe you're working with who's authority, or working, it doesn't have to be working in like an office or so. It can be maybe someone that you're talking to get something done, get an approval, a visa, help or support someone that has authority. They're turning their back towards this massive whale. 2 things come to me. Maybe the whale is the institution that you're trying to get the help from, and it seems like they're looking at the future, and another person right here maybe who has a better opportunity for you. That's why I felt like this person can be someone, an agent and a recruiter, someone who's doing things for you. Seems like they might turn their face towards a new direction, to the east, to the sunshine, to new job for yourself, and there's a shield in front of them too. So they're not only like changing the course of the action they take, and they're also going to protect your highest benefit. Okay, so if this is someone that maybe you're working with someone right now and you're not feeling in their energy, maybe it's time to switch that person, or it's time to really be clear with your intentions and what you want in your life with this person, so they can really turn their face towards the sun for you. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. Let's see what the answer is going to be for that one. I see here 1-2 chunks of money showing up within the 3rd week and the 4th week. I see a baby bird right there. This can be a project that you're working on that requires feeding now, or you didn't really work on it. Your desire has some time, but it's coming forward and it's closing a cycle and opening up a new one. We have a bright crescent moon showing up here within the first 2 weeks, so it can be an approval or accomplishment coming ahead. You can see the baby bird right there waiting for to be fed. And this is within the end of the second week, beginning of the third week. So you might have something, a project, a desire, a baby in your mind. And it seems like here that is ready to grow, ready to fly. It is something that has potential to grow and fly. However, you need to feed into it. Feeding doesn't have to be physical. Maybe you don't have physical access to those things, but you might have mental planning ability to actually like write things down. Okay, write things down and call people up and research it. We have online help right now. There's something called internet that we can research and find any information that we want. It can be first guiding you towards preparing your mind to take action. And then when you find the resources and feed the bird, and you seems like you're feeding the bird more than plenty, and it will bring these opportunities, the chunks of money, the fish can be a whale in your life. In front of this fish, we have a man standing up here who has a trophy in their hand. So it can be someone even bringing you a satisfying gift with not only like a material success, maybe even they will bring also gifts of recognition to you. Okay, let's dive into your tarot now. We're gonna have a career and money spread this time. We're gonna look into where you are at financially at first, and let's see what's happening there. And well, where will new resources and income come from as well? Let's see. This is the financial situation. Page of Pentacles, the new energy, guys, new beginning. Octopus, octo comes from 8 in Latin, I think, or ancient Greek. Octo is 8 hands. 8 is a material satisfaction. Okay, so it seems like you have some, like maybe you have 8 different skills, or you can do 8 different things at the same time, but it doesn't have to be 8. However, 8 is the material, and this is a cycle of life. Something is actually leaving, but they're gonna come back as a big material success to you. What's leaving is your effort. What's coming back is the material success. You are at this state right now. You might keep getting creative ideas left and right. Maybe you're passing them on. You're not really pondering over them because you're thinking, because that's always what happens to you. But maybe that's your normal. That's why you don't really keep them as a record. But it seems like some of you might be also planting a new seed of a beginning here that will grow and grow a garden and put you from the level of page to level of kings. So big abundance, big resources are going to show up in your life, but you need to nurture that. We're going to get clarity about what else you can do about this, but where will the new resources and income will pop? 4 of Wands energy. 4 of Wands is completion. So if you have any health projects that you haven't completed yet, either finish them, complete them, or maybe just put them aside now. There's something new coming forward. Then another thing here is you might be also finishing, or you have already started here, and then that will turn into your new source of income. Okay, for some of you, I'm feeling maybe you're building something, a company, a house, or a yard, a building, maybe a garden, and it seems like it is going to, like when it completes, when you finish this, it is going to become your new source. Okay, the opportunities consider 2 of Cups, do the things you love. Elephants, 2 elephants, especially in this card, gives a lot of vibes of prosperity, wealth, and abundance, okay? But the 2 of Cups symbolizes equal exchange, and also it means that you need to follow where your heart is leading you rather than your mind. Your mind can be analytic about certain things, but also overanalyzing can scare you off to do what gives you joy the most, okay? Even though something can be very joyful for you, you might be thinking, oh, it's going to take too much money to do that. Yeah, it can cost you that, and then you wouldn't even get the inspiration when you get to that place. Okay, this can be going to, for example, I'm giving example from my own life because I like to see museums, I like to see old things, I like to see new things, arts museums and stuff. So every time I get a chance, and they're fairly cheap if you're going to a place that is not privately owned, they give me a lot of inspiration, joy, and they kind of change my vibe when I step into that spaces. I have a lot of like prehistoric or Roman timeline things, like museums where I'm living, and when I get there, it just changes my vibe totally. I live in that, like I step into that timeline. So if that can be the simplest thing that you can do for yourself, that will inspire you for your bright new future. Let's see how will the opportunities benefit you. Strength there, first of all, they're going to give you courage. They're going to give you, like, when you consider the opportunities, when you take the chance and go into that spaces, courage is the key here. And also, it's going to be the ability to overcome the hardship, okay? Because the mouse is facing with, it's actually basically someone superior eats them for lunch, okay? And you might even like stand in front of people. Now I'm thinking in this Think and Grow Rich that I keep reading, there's a scene that I think Bernard Shaw makes with J.P. Morgan on the name of Andrew Carnegie. There's like a story of that if you haven't read it. So he stands in front of these giants, Bernard Shaw, and expresses himself, not exactly, I need to look up again the names, but and expresses himself so well. And he makes the deal of the century. Okay, he doesn't own anything. He's in between, and he's the sales guy basically in their space, from my understanding. But because he stands courageous and he speaks his truth, he cuts the best deal of the century. So it can be your thing here that when you stand strong, this opportunities are benefit you and put you in a powerful position. Okay. And the outcome is we have 8 of Wands, a many positive opportunity, can be even overwhelming for some of you, coming back to back, 8 different things, progress, and we have here the eagle, maybe falcon catching the bait here, the catching the prey and like feeding himself for the long term, which is a very beautiful scenery that we would like to see. Let's see the clarifiers here. Page of Pentacles. That's why I want to see what is this about. This is 8 of Wands again. So it seems like it's not going to take too long. 8 of Wands and the 8th octopus right there. 3 8s already you have here. And the third 8 with a strength. 8 is a symbol of like Ouroboros. I think that's, I butchered the name. It's the cycle of life. A cycle, a negative cycle, if you have been going through it, it's coming to an end. So you are setting off and starting something new this timeline, okay? And this is going to end up bringing a lot of opportunities into your life, but you're going to be able to, that's what the Page of Pentacles does. He is on the lookout. He sees the opportunities and he considers the things coming as opportunity. And so even if something is not really looking the way you want it to be, it's about seeing what's the benefit of that. What's the good thing happening in this mix that I can consider as a success, okay? So let's see, where will the opportunities show up? 8 again, guys, what's happening? We have 4 of Wands with 8 of Pentacles. It seems like you're completing an education or you're completing a learning process, and that's where the sources are going to show up. So some of you might be, I'm going to say again, maybe a scholarship, a school giving you a grant. It can be something like that that you need to consider as well. 2 of Cups with the 5 of the Hierophant with 5 opportunities to consider. 2 of Cups, when you follow your heart's desire, seems like authority is going to back you up. This can be institutional, governmental, can be a bank giving you the loan, the credit, everything that you desire. It seems like it's going to be aligning perfectly. 2 of Cups, I interpret it as like doing something that inspires you, like going to a museum, for example, but it doesn't have to be that. It can be deep down in there that you do easily, because we have in the 2 of Cups an exchange of cups happening here. Maybe you have a skill and maybe you know an extra language that you can teach easily. It's the easiest thing to you. And when you pursue that easiest exchange, it seems like here maybe even Hierophant would take it as divine powers aligning themselves, because maybe that's your divine purpose that you haven't considered so far, and it's going to be right there supporting you fully. Okay, Hierophant can symbolize also marriage, merging of companies, maybe two close hearts. Actually, maybe if you have a company and you want to work with certain people, this can be actually bringing them together and merging them in a legal binding something. Okay, that we how you benefit strength and coming with a devil. So what's going to happen here is, of course, the mouse here has fear and they're afraid of the devil, the snake, the negativity, and it's going to come to surface too. So you're not going to only deal with opportunities that will benefit you. You're going to also deal with the negative self-talk or people that are talking negatively, obsessively, or raining on your parade. So this also the how that you will manage things. First of all, become aware that there are some sounds that are positive and supportive and encouraging. There are some sounds that are negative, bringing you down and discouraging you. So you need to differentiate in between them. That's the how. Differentiate between them and differentiate between the destructive criticism and constructive criticism, and take into consideration things that are actually going to work in a positive manner on you. Okay? And the Eight of Wands is the outcome, the final thing. And I feel here, this is not really, this seems like conflict, competition coming forth, but I feel Eight of Wands is the many positive opportunities coming your way as an outcome. Will create some competition. Some people are going to say, oh, you're not going to be able to do that. But another thing here is Wands coming really strong to this batch here, this people that are actually don't know what they're doing. They're not even fighting. Their sticks are not even touching. Like they are actually, I interpret this card as frolicking. Like they are spending time and making it look like they're doing things, but they're not doing anything. So you might even bring into that kind of a space, peace, organization. And maybe this is like you're managing something. This can be going into as a team, as a manager, and actually allocating people in the right place, because that's another thing with the strength card, the Leo energy. There's like being a leader with a Hierophant and actually putting people to the right work. That's a big problem as well. Most of the managers today, they don't even know the skills of the people that they're working with. They cannot really analyze it. They cannot see it. They cannot put them into the right work. So it seems like you're organizing in a way that they're going to become successful and you're going to become victorious. Okay, this can also be, Five of Wands can be your thoughts, your creative ideas that are keep flowing, and you're also conflicting ideas and placing them into the right place, and making sure in a way that they're going to benefit you. When you do, Six of Wands is fast success, achievement, victory coming forth. Okay, now we're going to pull 3 important things you need to know during this timeline. What's happening, what's coming, what else is coming your way. Then at the end, I'm going to pull a sigil to attract abundance. You can draw it on your mirror or take a screenshot of it and make it, maybe like draw it somewhere. That will be a useful thing. We have thorns here, but you can see behind the thorns, the sun is shining very brightly. Do we have any thorns energy here? The devil is the only thorn coming forth. So you will be achieving success even though you're maybe mentally feeling blockage. Can be physically as well. Maybe you're feeling tired, which is also happens when you're going through upgrading your life. Your body needs to adjust to that higher frequency and energy. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new positive and a positive future. Exactly. If you're going through something, you're going to you're going to pass through it very smoothly. I feel the energy here. So if you're coming across something is blocking you, but you don't feel powerful, know that this too shall pass. Okay, we have the Fool energy. I'm looking at the Fool here. I kept telling you, oh, there's a Fool right there. It's a new beginning. Have the courage to embrace change, take risks, and be adventurous. That's what the Strength card also tells you to do here. And then lastly, we have snake. Your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. Just be careful. We have third snake here, guys. We had on the screen strength. We had snake. The 8 of Wands have a snake energy. This is the third snake. Snake means shedding the old skin. Okay, and the snake that you're dealing with, all in these pictures, are the shedding the old skin, the old person of you, old beliefs you have, old things that you follow, the rules that you follow, they don't really serve you so far. Like the rule, for example, not a rule, but a belief system says, oh, money doesn't grow on tree. Money doesn't grow anywhere. Money is an energy that we actually call the paper money, that in different countries, if you actually traveled a lot, you'll see that every country has a different type of paper. They look like, some of them even look like monopoly money. It doesn't even look like the real thing. However, it gets you the food that you need. It gets you the train ticket to go to where you want to go, you know? So it is an energy, and I feel like that's the old skin that you're shedding and understanding your intuition and healing power. Snake also symbolizes healing, will guide you to a better, upgraded lifestyle. Okay, so healing power also, I feel here the energy. You might feel tired during this timeline, like upgrading yourself and moving higher on the scale of vibration, basically. So if you're feeling tired, snake is, I feel the energy of recuperation, just going back into your shell, taking yourself, going to that like a winter sleepy time and rest your body. This doesn't have to last like 3 months of sleep. It can be getting a good night's sleep. Okay, and let's see the sigil to attract abundance into your life that you can use during this timeline. We have Philosopher's Stone, which I love this one. Philosopher's Stone is, you know, that the alchemist actually uses it to turn metal into gold. So a powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing the universal energy. Coming forward, you can use the sigil to manifest that, okay? All right, beautiful Aquarius, I would like to thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much for being here, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey beautiful, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.